Christ's sacrifice, once for all. Part 4. Willfully sinning. For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remains no more sacrifice for sins. Hebrew 10. But a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation which shall devour the adversaries. Hebrew 10:28. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. Hebrew 10:29. Of how much sorer punishment, suppose ye, shall he be thought worthy, who hath trodden under foot the Son of God, and hath counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified, an unholy thing, and hath done despite unto the Spirit of grace. Hebrew 10:30. For we know him that hath said, Vengeance belongs unto me, I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, the Lord shall judge his people. Hebrew 10:31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Hebrew 32. But call to remembrance the former days, in which, after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of afflictions. Hebrew partly whilst ye were made a gazing stock both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly whilst ye became companions of them that were so used. The danger of going back to shadows. When these verses talk about sinning willfully, it isn't just about making a mistake or stumbling. In the context of Hebrews, it's about someone who has seen the knowledge of the truth, the fact that Jesus is the final sacrifice, and then decides to turn their back on him, to go back to the old ways, or live as if his blood didn't matter. The reason there remains no more sacrifice is simple. If you reject the final payment, God doesn't have a backup plan. There is no plan B. Treading underfoot the Son of God. Verse 29 uses some of the strongest language in the Bible to describe the seriousness of this. It says that rejecting the new covenant is like treading underfoot the Son of God. To treat the blood of Jesus, which is the only thing that can sanctify us, as an unholy or common thing, is a direct insult to the Spirit of grace. Under the old law of Moses, there were strict consequences for disobedience, but the writer is saying that walking away from the gift of Jesus is much more serious because it is a rejection of God's greatest act of love. A fearful thing versus a firm foundation. The statement, "It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God," serves as a wake-up call. It reminds us that God is not a ritual to be played with. He is a living reality. However, for those who stay in the faith, this isn't a threat. It's a reminder of why we must hold fast. We are dealing with the Creator of the universe, and He takes the sacrifice of His Son very seriously, remembering the fight. To encourage those who might be wavering, the writer tells them to call to remembrance the early days of their faith. He reminds them that they already survived a great fight of afflictions. They had been mocked, lost their property, and stood by others who were suffering. He is essentially saying, you've already come through the fire. Don't throw away your confidence now, just when you're getting close to the finish line. Hebrew 10:34. For ye had compassion of me in my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourselves that ye have in the new heaven a better and an enduring substance. Hebrew 35. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which hath great recompense of reward. Hebrew 10:6. For ye have need of patience, that, after ye have done the will of God, ye might receive the promise. Hebrew 10:37. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. Hebrew 10:38. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. Hebrew 10:39. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. The better and enduring substance. In verse 34 we see something amazing. People actually losing their physical property, the spoiling of your goods, and doing it joyfully. The only way to be happy while losing your stuff on earth is if you are 100% sure you have something better waiting for you in heaven. This is the enduring substance. Because Christ's sacrifice is eternal and doesn't need to be repeated, our inheritance is also eternal and can't be stolen. We trade the temporary shadows of this world for the solid reality of the next. Confidence as a reward. Verse 35 tells us, cast not away therefore your confidence. This confidence isn't just a feeling, it's a legal standing. It's the boldness we talked about earlier. The writer is saying that this confidence carries a great recompense of reward. If you throw away your confidence, you start acting like a slave again, trying to earn what has already been given. But if you hold on to it, you remain in the position to receive everything God has promised. The need for patience. Verse 36 introduces a vital key: patience. Doing the will of God is simply believing in the one He sent, Jesus, and living out that faith. But there is often a gap between the promise and the fulfillment. We need patience to stay steady during that gap. The writer reassures us in verse 37 that the wait is yet a little while. Christ came once to deal with sin, and He is coming again to complete the victory. He won't be late. Living by faith, not by fear. The chapter ends with the famous line, "The just shall live by faith." Living by faith means looking at Christ's finished work instead of our own unfinished flaws. It means refusing to draw back into the old system of guilt and animal sacrifices. Verse 39 is a powerful declaration of identity. But we are not of them who draw back. We aren't people who quit when things get hard. We are the people who believe all the way to the end, the saving of the soul.